We are live! Yay! Welcome, 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 everyone. I am back with another live. I think this is 2 in a row. So, hey. Okay, so if you are following me on TikTok, or if you have seen my React video, which I just uploaded, then you're going to be able to understand the context of this video. It's just an extension of that. But yeah, I'll just briefly get into it. So this woman basically has a home date with someone who is actually a wanted criminal. And I'll get into it in a minute. But ladies, in this day and age, honestly, I believe, and I know we all are going to get there at our own pace, but honestly, ladies, there are just too many reasons why you should not be accepting home dates. Okay? There are so many reasons why you should not be accepting home dates anymore. Because they come with more drama than enjoyment. A date, ladies, is really something that you are invited to by a man that is romantically interested in you because he wants to spend time getting to know you, trying to build a connection with you. And he's also trying to impress you because he may imagine that you have several suitors. So he wants to make sure that he's the best man there, the last man standing. That's what dates are for. So if your first date is already super low standards, I'm so sorry. Super low standards, then like what message are you sending across? And that's really why I want to make this video, because some ladies think, oh no, they think about like the guy. Oh no, if he says he wants a home date and da 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 da, then maybe I should do that, right? We're always trying to accommodate them. But sometimes you have to think about yourself, because sometimes putting other people before you actually hurts you, right? Especially if it's people you don't know who have not earned that position. Okay. Okay, so say no to home dates. Say no. Say no to home dates. Now, I know there's 100 different scenarios. Maybe this is someone that you already knew. Maybe you used to be friends before. Okay. In this particular reaction that I did, and in this video, I am speaking about a total stranger. So this woman met this man on Tinder. Okay, let me give you the backstory. She met this man on Tinder. That's my bunny. And he basically insisted on a home date, and she, caved. And I think for me, the first red flag definitely was when she said she was afraid to say no to him. Which brings me to point number one. Ladies, you cannot be afraid to say no to someone you do not know. If you feel you are afraid to say no to this person, take a moment and think. If you're scared to say no and you say yes now, how many other yeses are you going to have to give because you're still maybe even more afraid to say no? If you're afraid to say no to someone online, how are you going to say no to them in person? If you're afraid to say no to someone online that you can immediately block, how are you going to say no to somebody inside your house? I mean, it's shocking that women would put themselves, that we put ourselves in these situations. It's absolutely shocking. And he turns out to be a wanted criminal, wanted for something really hectic, really hectic. And this is someone that you have brought into your home because you're afraid. If you want to see me, you plan a nice date for us, you make reservations, you tell me what time, we dress up, we look nice. So if you're afraid to say that, you're already on the wrong foot. And it already puts him in a position where he sees that you value him, a total stranger, more than you value yourself. And you never want to send that message, ladies, especially if you're trying to level up and be more feminine. You cannot give the message that somebody is more valuable than you are. You have to start becoming aware. And, I'll be honest, this is part of the level up that's not really nice, right? Because it's not about being nice. It's not about looking nice. It's not about, having a nice vibe. When it's time to put up boundaries, ladies, you cannot play nice. You cannot put somebody above yourself. Not only does it decrease your dating value and, it decreases your self worth because you already know that you're going against what you really want to do. I just let him come to my home because I was afraid to say no. You're uncomfortable. Then you have to come up with all these tactics and maneuvers to try and get him to leave your house. Why did you put yourself in that situation in the first place? Just say no, ladies. Just say no. Say, okay, in this instance, I'm going to say, just say no to home dates. Say no to home dates. Think about your safety first. Immediately somebody says, oh, let's chill at my place or let's chill at your place. Go to the worst case scenario in your brain. Think about all of the horrible things that could possibly happen in this scenario and use that as motivation to say no. If you aren't yet at a place, and I get it, where you can just say no. Think about the worst case scenario. This woman found out that this guy that was inside her house was wanted for crime. Okay? Imagine having a criminal inside your house. Safety first. You do not owe this person anything. You don't even owe them an explanation. If they say, hey, let's hang out at my place or I could come over to your place, no, I don't want that. That's not what I want. Oh, why? Da, 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 da. And if they lose their temper, block, keep it moving. That's all for me, ladies. And if you are interested, let me know. I can guide you through how to interact online because I've kind of figured out how you can get your message across to the guys online, and the ones that are not aligned with what it is that you want, get off your radar very quickly. There are just certain things that you really have to be on the lookout for, and there's certain things that you really need to do, and you need to do them quickly. My guess over here is that this woman gave the guy all of her details, her, where she stays, what she does. Like, he basically knows stuff about her, because women like to, oh, I want to get to know him first before I meet him. And now he's got all her details. If he says, I want to see you, I'm coming over, if she says no, he still probably has the ability to reach her. So my guess is that she was scared because he already had the details that he needed to come over. There was no way of blocking him. Where for me, not only do we not give our home addresses out, okay, but when you're interacting online, for me, there's just a very specific way that you are able to weed people like this out and communicate clearly to people that you're chatting to that, listen, it's either A or B is happening, or we don't need to be chatting. Okay, you're going to chat to a person, but this whole thing of giving people your personal information online under the guise of we're getting to know each other is very dangerous. And more men are scamming women online because women just want to volunteer information, unnecessary information at that, in the spirit of, oh, let's get to know each other, or let's chat, or send me your phone number, let's chat offline. Oh, where are you, what are you doing, what are you up to? This is a person mapping your life out, and by the time you feel like, okay, let's meet, you feel like you know them, and if they suggest something like a home date, you're like, oh, okay, that's cool, that's fine. Because you've been chatting for so long, you guys know each other by now. We're not playing that over here. You don't owe him anything. Don't be afraid to lose him either. Ladies, if you are leveling up, you really have to understand the phrase, you are the prize. There are levels to it, but you are leveling yourself up to the prize level. What is the prize? The prize is pretty, it's shiny, it's wanted, it's competed for, it is well looked after, it doesn't get on the field, it doesn't tackle, it doesn't keep score, it doesn't do any of that. It is presented. The only responsibility the prize has is being the prize, being top dollar, top notch, leveling up. That is your responsibility. It is not your responsibility to make somebody else feel better, someone that you don't know. If he's upset because you want to be taken out to a nice restaurant, oh well, hope he finds somebody else. Hope he doesn't, actually. I hope everybody levels up. But hope he finds somebody else that's going to play that game, because I'm not doing it. You're not coming to my haven with your criminal elements. No, not gonna happen. So just, if you're afraid to say no in general, if you're still dealing with the people pleaser inside of you, just say no to home dates specifically. Start accepting breakfast dates, or a coffee date is even better than a home date. I mean, I wouldn't endorse a coffee date. You could just have a coffee by yourself or with your girlfriends. But it's still going to be better than a home date, and your home at that. So, ladies, I'm going to say that is the main reason why women are still accepting home dates. It's just being afraid to say no, being afraid to let people down, feeling like you owe people that you don't know an explanation. So we need to outgrow that. And then some of the other things that you need to look out for is physical interaction on a first date. Now, I know sometimes you meet someone, you're really attracted to them, and you kind of, are in the vibes. And sometimes, that kind of takes over. But you really kind of have to, if you are leveling up, if you are interested in dating as a feminine woman, you really have to have a level of self-control in that arena, because it's very easy for men to seduce women. And if you're with somebody that you're like intensely attracted to, then there's a very big chance that you're probably going to end up doing certain things that are probably not within your plan, right? Versus if you're with somebody that you're not that attracted to. So, minimize physical interaction. The best way to minimize physical interaction is to meet in a public place. That already cuts out the tension that comes with that. So, this lady says this guy was doing a weird thing of tickling her, which is just so strange. Um, but you know what I mean. And she was uncomfortable. I mean, this was like a stranger in your home tickling you. And I can imagine that when you tickle a person, you're not doing it, across over there. You have to be in pretty close proximity to some extent. And she's like, I'm uncomfortable with this. And I'm asking, what is he doing? And, he's basically just gaslighting her. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not tickling you. Just like weird stuff like that. Like, how are you going to deal with that in your home? Like, at what point does your heart rate go up? At what point do you think, oh, I might be in trouble over here? It's easier for a stranger to test your boundaries when you are alone in private. If you are in a public place, a stranger can't exactly do certain things to you or with you because, like I said, they're people, it's public. So there's a certain way that he's going to have to act. If you are uncomfortable with something and you're in public, for example, I will always get to know the name of the waiter or the bar staff or whoever's serving me wherever I'm at, on a date. I will always make sure that I get the person's name, I use the name, I call them by their name, because if anything needs to happen, if at any point I feel like I'm in trouble, all I need to do is get up, pretend like I'm going to the bathroom, on the way, look for my waiter, tell him I have a situation. Waiters nowadays, bar staff especially, are getting trained on how to deal with things like this. When you are, on a date and you feel like you're in trouble, you are actually able to reach out to the restaurant staff. If you are at home alone with this person, who's going to help you? When? I mean, we're hearing all these horror stories every day. It's not a joke, and it's not about being cheap or, being high maintenance or whatever people want to live. It's about being safe. People can say you're being high maintenance all they want, it's fine, but I'm safe. If I need to get out, I call an Uber. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to explain anything. I'm out. If you're at home and this person is touching you in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, And the best defense is, what are you doing? I don't like that. Stop it. And while he's doing it, he's gaslighting you, saying, I'm not doing that. What are you going to do with it? No, ladies, no. We can't be putting ourselves in certain situations and then, I'm going to say it, and then cry victim. I'm going to say it. We can't take a criminal off of the street, let him into our home, and then be devastated when he violates us. I'm not trying to say it's her fault, but what I'm saying is if she had not let him in, there would be no chance of being violated. He's a stranger. You just want to minimize your chances of drama. I'm not one for drama, so the less drama, the better is my motto. So I don't want the drama of having a stranger in my house and things get awkward and no thanks. No thanks. And it's not just your physical safety, which is huge, by the way, huge, the biggest thing. But it's not just that. Criminals come into people's homes to scope and see what's going on. Criminals don't move alone. He may be arrested now because they found him and all of that kind of stuff. But he's got friends in the area, he's got people that he knows that he can call from the inside. Hey, there's a girl like this. No, don't worry. Just rock up like this, just be that guy, da da da, she'll let you in. Like you're a target. And I know as women we get targeted randomly, you know, like they're just people that just target women like that. But you can't help them. Why would you help them? Why would you just make it so easy for them? And it's not to say that when you only go out, for dates and stuff, that you're not going to be subjected to scams, con artists, men with ulterior motives, criminals, whatever. But there's less of them. And unless they feel like there's something that you have that is really valuable to them, they may not be willing to go through that effort with you in particular. If they are willing to go through that whole effort, it's because they see something valuable in you, which is basically how a healthy man operates. Also, if he's willing to invest time, energy, and finances into getting to know you, getting to impress you, getting to stand out amongst the crowd of men that are obviously fighting for your attention, if that's what it takes, then that's what he's going to do. But somebody who doesn't want to put in that effort, for me, that's the most dangerous man. A lot of women are afraid to date up because, oh, now if I date a man that has money, what if he wants to control me? I'll probably make a video on that soon. But a lot of women don't realize also that it's when someone, how do I want to say this? Like when someone is serious, when a man is serious, he'll invest time and effort and finances, right? To show you that he's serious. Not all of them are great, but most of them are, right? When a man is basically saying, I am not willing to do that for you, those ones are more dangerous because for me, I feel like there's definitely something that they want and they're not even willing to give you anything in exchange for it. A man with money may want something from you, but he's probably, if he's generous, he's probably willing to level up your life at the same time. Okay? He's probably willing to help you pay off your debt. He's probably willing to upgrade where you live. He's probably willing to upgrade. You know what I mean? Like, that's how most healthy men with money operates. Generous men with money operate. They're not trying to swap something. They're actually trying to see you become better because they're in your life and because they actually have the resources to help you with certain things or to literally make certain things happen that would take you years, right? But I digress. Okay, so criminals come into your house to scope your house, and if you give them another opportunity, who knows? I mean, who knows if 2 weeks down the line there's a break-in at your house, and is it a coincidence? We don't know. We will not know. So, ladies, I'm going to end this video off by saying, let us level up. Let us level up to a point where we at least start only accepting public dates. Let us level up to that point where we can be taken out and seen and wined and dined and but do it in public and do it, let people put in effort if they're interested in you. Let them do that. So let us level up to the level of the prize, and let's let people who are really interested, truly interested, let's let them get our time, our attention, while they take us out on real dates. Okay, my mini course is up until the end of this month, which is the 28th. So it's a short month. If you have not gone through all the modules, there are 6 modules. So make sure you check those out. I will come back and link the playlist so that you can check it out. There will be a bonus module coming out this weekend. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure that you do subscribe and click that notification bell so that you are notified when I do upload it. And if you are into level up, self-care, femininity, law of attraction, or as I like to call it, law of attractiveness content, make sure you are subscribed to this channel because we love that over here. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye.